what do you think happens when you put 100% energy into everything? You don't have any energy left, bro. Like, y'all notice? Y'all notice the beard? I shaved the beard. It's not all long and scraggly anymore. I kind of liked it, kind of got used to it, but you know, derma rolling my face. I'm on a beard growth journey, y'all. I'm on a beard growth journey. So sometimes you gotta, it's like bulking and cutting, you know? You gotta put on a little extra or take back a little extra in order to meet your end goal result desired. So unfortunately, had to shave the beard a little bit, trim it down a good bit so that I can, you know, derma roll my face real good so that I can get some new hair growth in so we can get the beard even thicker and fuller. But side note, look at these luscious locks. Look at them. You see this coat? You see this coat?
Do you see this cup?
Get out of here, man. But what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, what we're going to be talking about. What did I title this video? The key to growing muscle that you might not know. So, basically, the kind of thought process I had behind this video is that, yes, everybody knows, or most people know when it comes to bodybuilding, the basics like make sure you're eating protein, make sure you're working out and going to the gym and lifting hard enough, making sure you're getting recovery. That's how you grow muscle. But basically, there's a lot more that goes behind it than just the action. It's about the thought process behind actually building the muscle that actually heavily influences your ability to act in the gym, how you act, how you push yourself, how you prepare going to the gym, and how you end up getting your results in the end that can have a heavy, heavy influence on your end result that you may not see in the moment. But this one thing really does have a big impact on your ability to grow muscle, to be able to progress in the gym even further beyond what you had before. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's helpful, beneficial to you. Definitely be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. But without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So the one key that you may not know or may not be thinking about when it comes to getting more muscle in the gym. It boils down, like the thumbnail says, to one single word. You know what that word is? You know what that word is, my friend? Intentionality. That's what let's ASMR this a little bit. The word is intentionality. But what I mean behind this, and excuse me if I go off on a bit of a long tangent here, is because I'm not scripting this. I haven't scripted this. I haven't made written points or anything. But intentionality is the key behind growing muscle that a lot of people don't think about. It's easy to go into the gym and be like, this is almost like intentionality, but not quite. Being like, oh, I want to start lifting and get really big biceps. I want to have huge biceps. And although these biceps aren't huge, still, it's easy to be like, okay, I'm going to go in the gym. I'm going to do some bicep curls. I'm going to hit this. And then boom, my big biceps. But intentionality goes beyond just that. While on the reverse side of things, a lot of people also don't do that. They're like, I'm going to go into the gym and I'm going to work out and get bigger. Yes, that's important. It's important to just not be too focused on certain things, but intentionality basically is the mindset of having a set goal or intention behind your behavior, behind your actions, and in your mind that you are laser focused on in order to reach an end goal. So the thing that Bill Gates and said Tom Cruise, Bill Gates and Elon Musk, I don't know how I even got those two mixed up, but the thing that the people that are that high in the industry, even in technology, have in common is that although they started somewhere lower, they had a goal. They were intentional about their actions. They were intentional about their behaviors until they got to the point where they grew big enough to allow the other people to do some of the heavy lifting and heavy work in order to, further help them get to their end goal, which is have a bigger company, grow more and more, etc. But the parallel that I'm trying to draw here is that being intentional in the gym is extremely important because it gives you direction. It's the thing that allows you to put that energy and focus into something. It's not just boundless energy that you're just shooting all over the place. It's like having a shotgun versus having a sniper rifle, or having a shotgun versus a even like a pistol, or a semi-automatic rifle where you can just when you have a shotgun. Yes, it's good for when you're right up close and boom, you can hit everything. But when you have a shotgun and you're trying to shoot a target that's far away from you, this is in the terms of bodybuilding, you cannot expect to just from like 100 feet away with the shotgun and be accurate. Your energy, although it's not laser focused, but it's super compact, and it's super like, your energy is just really strong, and you have all this intention and all this energy and all this want to go forward and proceed, but the target's really far away. You know what happens? It spreads, and then it spreads so far that by the time it hits the target, you're not getting much out of it. So when you have a sniper rifle or something of that sort, yes, there's not going to be as much if you're right up close. It's not going to make that much of a difference if you're right up close. Like, if you hit a target right up close, you're still going to hit the target and it's going to be direct. But the further you get, you can still be accurate and hit that goal. It's intentionality. It's set. So intentionality in the gym is going to look something like going to, having a program, having a workout program. This is what it would look like in my life. And I've noticed extreme differences in results when I started doing this. But I noticed in my physique that, for example, as you can see, my triceps right here, they're a little bit lacking compared to my shoulders, as you can tell. On this side, as you can tell, my triceps are considerably more developed on my right side than my left. You can see back here, it's not sticking out as much as it does on the other side. So what that would look like in the gym, in my life, is that when I have a program, I would be intentional, set, like in my mind, okay, I want to have a more developed and more well-rounded physique. I want my physique and my arms to be proportional, and I want my shoulders not to completely overpower them. So someone could say, okay, yeah, that's all you got to think about. Just do more tricep exercises, bro. Well, yes, but the mindset behind it is what holds the power. It's not just the action, it's the mindset. Going into the gym with the process of, okay, now what I'm going to do in this program, my main focus in this program is to build my biceps and my triceps. This is what I'm going to be focused on. Yes, I'm still going to be working out my shoulders. Yes, I'm still going to be working out my back. Yes, I'm still going to be working out my chest. But my main focus is my triceps and my biceps. That's going to directly translate into your training, because when you have that want, you have that drive, that sincere drive and effort in wanting something, and you are focused on that want for it while it's right in front of you. When you're at the gym and you're doing your tricep training, and all you're thinking about is, this is the main focus of my program. This is what I'm working towards. This is what I am driving to grow. That's what's going to affect and impact your ability to have output in the gym even further than if it were diffused energy. If it was like, yeah, I'm trying to grow my biceps, I'm trying to grow my shoulders, I'm trying to grow my triceps, I'm trying to grow my chest, I'm trying to grow my back, so I'm just going to go to the gym, I'm going to do my triceps, I'm going to do biceps, shoulders, whatever. Like, you're going to get growth out of that probably still, depending on how hard you're pushing yourself. But the difference and the key in getting more out of it is having intentionality. And people will sleep on this. I'm telling you, so many people could see this and they're going to sleep on it. They're not going to be like, they're going to be like, oh, it's not going to make that big of a difference. Like, I'm already focused on, I have all my intentionality and focus on everything at once. That's not how life works, bro. Like, the thing is what do you think happens when, and this is an example in my own life, what do you think happens when I'm like, okay, I want to be focused on my current job. I want to be focused on my future job. I want to be focused on my bodybuilding 100%. I want to be focused on learning Spanish 100%. I want to focus on, getting 100% proper recovery and rest. I want to get 100% energy in spending time with my family, spending time with my girlfriend, spending time with my friends, getting rest, like reading. Like, I don't know how many times I repeated those things, but what do you think happens when you put 100% energy into everything? You don't have any energy left, bro. Like, you just don't. It doesn't work like that. Although, if you were a robot, maybe yes. But the thing is we are humans. That's why Mike Mentzer's program, to a degree, is extremely effective, but it's not able to last, is because, yes, you can get a ton, and people have tweaked it from what it used to be. That's the thing, is Mike Mentzer's program and his high intensity training does work because the intensity focus over the volume allows you to focus on the intensity of it and pushing the muscles to the highest degree and then giving them a lot more recovery rather than continuing to strain them. That works, but not the way that he used to do it. The reason why he was able to push so hard is because he was using amphetamines. People like to say it was methamphetamines. It was not methamphetamines. It was prescribed by a doctor. It was most likely Adderall, which is, if you have a private doctor, it's a lot easier to get it. So did he maybe even need it? Maybe not. But regardless, the reason why he's able to push himself to that degree and that much intensity is because it was like making himself a robot. You know what he was doing? He was using amphetamines that artificially completely blasts the brain with dopamine. And you know what that ends up doing? Completely crushing your central nervous system. Why do you think he died of heart failure or heart issues? Same with his brother. And not to say that it's the high intensity training that did it, but that completely crushes your central nervous system. That completely, along with the amphetamine usage, it just completely overloads the system so much that, yes, it helps you be extremely productive, get the absolute most out of your training. But what happens in the end, since you're not a robot, you're a human being? You end up dying, or in his case, or you end up hurting yourself because you are not this invincible being that's completely able to be 100% billion optimized like a machine. You're a machine, but you're not supposed to be handling every single thing at a 100% optimality and optimization all the time. It just doesn't work that way. As much as I even wish that I could, it's not reasonable. So what I'm kind of getting at here is that when you are thinking in your mind, okay, I want to be focused on growing all my body parts like as much as I possibly can all at once. So that, and if you're being logical about it, it's really not putting 100% energy into everything. What you're doing is you're splitting that 100% energy into different things into an equal amount. So what that would look like is getting equal growth in all the body parts. Is that really putting 100% energy into everything? Although you may be putting all your effort into all those body parts the same, it's not 100% in everything. It's 100% split up by everything. So when you're intentional about growing specific things at a time rather than just everything at once, what you're doing is you are setting a higher percentage of what you are allowing your brain to focus on, what energy you're putting towards growing something, and that will allow you to grow that further rather than just having diffused energy, which there's nothing wrong with diffused energy. If your main focus is just getting bigger as a whole, you don't have any physique goal, anything like that, you may not need this as much. You just know, okay, these are the adequate exercises to do to target the musculature, and this is how, I do all the other things, blah, 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 to get bigger, whatever. You may not need this, but if your real intent is to grow specific muscles at a time, or to grow like lacking muscles or whatever, or just grow even more, what you need to do is focus that energy rather than having it diffuse at that long target, that long end goal where it's going to be, your energy is going to be scattered. You want to start here and focus your effort in towards something that is going to be your main focus. If you focus on a million things at once, your eyes are going to be moving. They're going to be moving back and forth over and over. Like, they're just going to keep moving. Your eyes are just going to keep moving. You have a million things to focus on. But if you have two things to focus on, they're right here in front of you. Even two, even if it's not just one. You just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you can do that. Forget Peep Monkey back there. A big thing, a big talking point that I forgot that kind of inspired this video even, is the fact that when it comes to intentionality in the gym, one part of it in specific is super important when it comes to lifting is not just lifting the weight, getting the weight up, but it is intentionally flexing the muscle. So if you are doing a workout for your back, that would look like, rather than just, I'm doing back exercise, this is supposed to be for my back, I'm pulling it, whatever, is pulling and squeezing with your back. If you're doing shoulder raises, yes, your shoulders are going to be doing it no matter what if you're doing this, but intentionally squeezing with your shoulder muscles, intentionally flexing your biceps and squeezing them when you do it, flexing your triceps when you're doing push downs. Intentionality also goes into the action. So when you're doing an exercise for a specific muscle, think about the muscle that you are working and intentionally flex and squeeze it as hard as possible when you are doing it, of course, while you're doing it in a full range of motion. So intentionality goes into the action of it as well. Make sure that whatever muscle you're working or whatever exercise you're doing, whatever muscle that is that you're working for that exercise, you are squeezing, intentionally thinking about, I am flexing and working this muscle, so I'm squeezing it and pushing this one so it will grow. Overall, the main thing that I'm trying to say is that if you really want to get the most out of your muscle growth and get even more out of it, even if you don't want to focus on one specific thing at a time, like for a whole program, even focusing on one specific thing at a time per day, per exercise, like if you have upper body, lower body split, then what you could do is, if you want to be intentional about growing one muscle, focus on one muscle more than the other each session, then every upper body session, focus more on growing one or the other. And although it may not look any different when you're actually in the gym, like if someone from an outside perspective couldn't tell a difference, in your head, that is where the difference is made. It's made in your mind. You may not think it, but if you do believe it and you do trust in it and you put that effort in the gym and thinking the whole time, this is what I'm focused on, this is what I want to grow, this is what I want to get out of this, then it's going to allow you to do so. Obviously, you want to make sure you're not pushing yourself too hard to where you can't recover properly. You want to make sure that you're getting adequate rest, you're not doing too much volume, etc., etc. But as long as you have those other things in check, intentionality is going to seriously impact how much you're able to grow specific muscles even further than if your energy were to be diffused. Focused energy is always going to be better for hitting a target than diffused energy, unless they're point blank. But if you think about it, if this is the energy you have, your workouts, your motivation, your drive in the gym, and this is the target, which is your end bodybuilding goal, it's not going to be like this. You don't do a workout and you get jacked right away. It's a long goal that takes time, effort, recovery, days, weeks, months, years, and you need to have the energy focused constantly. You can be shifting your focus over time. I shift my focus from different muscles every single program, but having that intentionality is what is really going to allow you to skyrocket your progress even further, because your energy is going to, instead of being diffused, it's going to be focused. So that's pretty much I have all for this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it was helpful for you, beneficial. Definitely be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. In the description below is all my socials. My socials will also be down here on screen. Be sure to use code MONKEY, retaliationproject.com, as well as Get Raw Nutrition to get your 10% off discount. And I'm going to be starting a Discord. So if you, I'm starting it up right now. Excuse me. I'm starting it up right now. I'm figuring out all the ins and outs of how it's going to work, getting administrators, admins, whatever, and getting that set up so that I can interact with y'all. If y'all subscribe, follow me and stuff like that, and you want to get some more interactions with me and other people who follow me, you're going to be able to do that as well. So I'll let y'all know when that drops. But in the description below is my free workout program. It's a higher volume, so it's more so kind of for beginners and people who don't push themselves super hard, or who are just getting into it. So Higher volume, it's a little bit low, I wouldn't say lower intensity, but it is higher volume. So I'm eventually going to be working on one that's like my current one, which is lower volume and higher intensity. But again, in the description below is my free workout program. Definitely be sure to check that out if you want. Also, be sure to follow me on all my socials and all that. Like I said, use my discount code. Other than that, I hope you all have an amazing day. Go get some gains. And yeah, peace out. I'll see y'all later.